jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side Official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know Big Blunts and Boxing is the first in the building. What's good with it, AB? I see you. Honor Brown on deck. OG Salute, what's good? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon and salute, come back. Hottest chat in the MFing game. I appreciate you, man. You know how it is. Carlos Rosado in the building. What's good with it, Carlos? Appreciate you pulling up as always. I know I've been intermittent, you know what I'm saying, touch and go. I had to take care of some stuff, you know what I'm saying? I had to take care of some personal stuff, you know. Anybody who know, you know what I'm saying, my mom like 83 years old, you know, so I had to, you know, I've been taking care of some things, man. So I appreciate those who still get the notifications and pull up to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to the topics, man. Let's get down to the concerns. I want to first start off with Keyshawn Davis. Okay? I got to get him out the way. Keyshawn Davis, as we all know, went through his little, you know, his big debacle at Top Rank. He took forever for an apology. And then he came back. And somebody on his PR team felt that it was the perfect window for him to jump on MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, which he wasn't ready. And he felt, you know, I felt like he was all over the place. But in that interview, he decided to applaud Teofio Lopez, who's been very controversial in profiling black fighters in his negative rhetoric. A lot of us would say his racist rhetoric. He is referred to some black fighters as, you know, chasing the banana, whichever one wants to chase the banana or whatever the case may be. Any way you look at it, it was derogatory. It was demeaning. And he was basically trying to make it as condescending as possible to get people's attention. Keyshawn Davis was up there giving him a pass. He was like, I appreciate you hitting me up and all this other stuff, man. You know, just giving Theo unnecessary attention. But the wild part about this, I ended up reading something that kind of took me back. You know, I don't know what's going on, but there's an article that Boxing Scene put up, and it says at the top, Keyshawn Davis petition to become number one contender to Teofimo Lopez. But on the show, he was up there talking about, I don't want to fight him. This guy's all over the place. It's unfortunate because I was one of those, you know, that was supporting him pretty decent. I was deciding, You know, I was still off the backside of the bandwagon, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there. You know, I was hanging off the back like the sanitation workers do when they coming through the hood picking up trash. I was hanging off the back. I wasn't seated in the bandwagon because I wasn't quite sure. Any given time I wanted to bail out, I could do it. And this was a perfect example. It says former U.S. Olympic silver medalist 13-09 knockouts is expected to be granted number one spot over current mandatory challenger Alfredo Santiago, y'all, of the Dominican Republic, leading to David Santiago bout for the WBO interim title. An official familiar with the situation said Davis 26 captured the WBO lightweight title in February with the scintillating fourth round knockout and then champion Denise Berinchek. I'm just going to skip over this. It says, as glowing as the effort was, Davis' first title defense in June was unmitigated disaster as he missed weight for scheduled hometown bout in Virginia against Edwin De Los Santos, scrapping that fight. Then was involved in a scuffle with a fighter, Nahir Albright, who had defeated Davis' brother Kelvin by majority decision on June card. Keyshawn Davis will later say he was planning an extended break from boxing, but the bid move to 140 pounds is logical, as champion Lopez, 22-1, 13 knockouts, has fought just 3 times since his June 23rd victory over former undisputed champion Josh Taylor. Lopez, 28, produced a convincing unanimous decision victory May 2nd in New York Times Square over interim champion Arnold Barboza Jr., but then withdrew from talks to fight Devin Haney in November. Lopez has flirted with the notion of fighting Shakur, but one official said the interest in ensuring the WBO's 140-pound division doesn't go frozen by champion's inactivity is part of the interest in granting Davis' request. So what they're saying is, business-wise, it makes sense to grant this request. What I'm telling you all, the listeners, is we see a lot of the hocus pocus of boxing play out in front of us. This is another one. This man missed weight. He's saying the Top Rank isn't calling him. He's making a move up to 140 because he missed weight, right? Versus Edwin De Los Santos scheduled bout. Now he's potentially going to fight Alfredo Santiago for an interim, and we don't know if Teofimo is going to fight Davis if he wins. We don't know. Is it something that has potential to clear the lens for Keyshawn's, cloudy past? I think so. I think it'll be a pretty decent fight if he can make it there. If he can make it there. Like I said before, I take accountability for saying that Keyshawn's media, his PR was on point. He understood him and his family was on point with the business travels. I was on record as saying that. And he just slammed everybody with it. He just unhooked the horses from the motherfucking carriage, man. For real. He sent, look, bro, I don't know if he knew the cliff was coming up. He was just looking off into the horizon on the landscape. But man, that carriage went over that cliff, horses and all. Horses and all. Like I said, I was hanging off the back. I jumped off that motherfucker. Bam! I had to abort mission, man. But now, him moving up to 140 pounds, we'll see if he stays locked in enough to make this happen. Am I wishing anything bad for Keyshawn? No. I just know that he kissed Teofimo's arse on Ariel Hawani's show, and I didn't appreciate that because there's so many other situations that have been going on with fighters that doesn't get an apology. Like I always bring up how he called, Floyd Schofield trash and all that. But Teofimo Lopez was talking that racist, that derogatory, racist, malicious, demeaning, condescending, oppressing type comments. And he didn't care. he's seen how less of a reprimand Ryan Garcia got. And I believe that Tio's been feeling like this for quite some time. And he just got frustrated and wanted to show his true side. It's weird in its own way, because he's the one that if you meet him in public, he always quoting Black history. I really don't like when a non-Black try to approach a Black and talk Black history as if they're educating themselves about us, but yet not understanding clearly that you would never be one. So I don't know why you quoting Black history to Blacks, unless you got some type of change going on. And as we know with Teofimo Lopez, and we look at his freaking record, you have to say to yourself, will Keyshawn Davis, a Black fighter, get the shot with Keyshawn? I mean, with, the shot with Tio? You got to think about that. We can't put Richard Comey in there. Richard Comey is African. He's Black. But I'm talking about, how many American Blacks do you see fighting these guys? They feel like Black fighters don't sell. So how many Black fighters have you seen Tio in the ring with? And do you believe that he's going to give Keyshawn Davis a shot? I don't know. I don't really care right now, but I'm just speaking on it because it makes logical sense to do so. For real. I want to know how he's going to recover. If he can go to 140 and shake it up a little bit, cool. But always remember this, y'all. Keyshawn Davis was on record saying, why do I want to fight him? I don't want to fight that. Why? That'd be stupid. He's trying to insinuate the very same method to the madness that Tank Davis is doing. He may get up and go to a division and fight for a belt, but I don't think he's trying to unify a division. So you might see him move up if he's able to get a belt at 140. And I don't know what else happens from there. It's been so shady, yo. Like, it's been a shuffling of champions at 140. I don't know how Keyshawn is going to fit into that. You got Matias, that's coming up. That's trying to get back in the mix. He's been a 2-time champion at 140. You got Tio, who's supposed to be the more decorated. Yes, he's a lineal champion at 140 pounds. But it just seems like he don't want to fight any other champions at 140. Will Keyshawn Davis be the one that he step in the ring with? Who knows? But moving on, man. Moving on. I want to talk about something. Well, matter of fact, let's go back to this right here. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this guy? Let me turn up. Hold on for a second.
Waiting. I'm about to get back right in. Hey, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. That I can fight Terrence Crawford at my weight division. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I know he's somewhere around this joint.
He's over here.
Yeah. I'll fight Terrence Crawford. Yeah. Let him fight Earl Spence or whatever they got going on. Get that out the way. I'm waiting. I'm about to get back right in training. Tell him don't worry about it.
My. Jamel Charlo. This is the guy who on that night picked up his second loss. My. There's so many videos I can pull up about Jamel Charlo and how he acted. And it's just straight up disappointed a lot of us.
Wish I could be the guy to fight Canelo. Canelo, come to 158. I can easily make 158. And I'll put a boxing lesson on him just as great as Floyd Mayweather did, the great,
I'm not going to play all that. But word has it that Jamel Charlo is attempting to call out Errol Spence. See, if you look at the thumbnail, I really didn't put the lion with the shark in the mouth, because I just don't think that add up to anything that we can say, oh man, that was cool. Because we really didn't get how Errol Spence put a shark in the hallway, walking up the hallway and looking for Terrence Crawford. That really didn't make any sense. But if you see to the left of you, an animated Crawford out there in the aquatics with the hook, you know what I'm saying, with the rod, he's casting to catch the big fish, and he did so. Now, I must tell you that a lot of people believe that lions are just carnivores, but at certain points, depending on what the food source is like, they do indulge in fish. Okay, but we're not feeling Jamel Charlo with a lion walking with a fish in his mouth. We're not feeling that, because where did he get the shark? Where? Were you on the beach somewhere? What beach was that? And why is the beach so close to where lions can access the motherfucking sand and the shoreline? Where was this at? Did some sharks beach themselves, and you said to yourself, "Oh man, let's go over. I smell that. That smell like some fresh goddamn first and second stages of rigor mortis. I love rotting flesh. Let's go over here and see if any thing that's palatable to us we can eat. I'm just salivating at the moment. How does a lion get a hold of a shark? But let me take you on a little journey back, y'all. And shout out to the hottest chat in MF and game. They already know. Back when Jamel Charlo was champion, I submitted an idea. And I said, at this point in time, this was the perfect fight before Errol Spence was stepping there with Crawford. I said, it would be good if Errol Spence fought Jamel Charlo while Jamel Charlo was undisputed. Jamel allowed him to pick up the belts. So Spence become 2-division unified. And then they go in for a rematch. The reason why I put it out there, because it was money in both of those fights. It was good money at the time. It would have been good money. And Showtime potentially would have, bidden on it, bidden the apple twice, right? So Errol Spence goes in there and they have a rematch. Boom, Jamel Charlo gets his belt back. Jamel Charlo is not just one time, but 2-time super welterweight undisputed champion. And then Errol Spence can be 2-division unified champion, 1-division undisputed 154. At this point in time, when it comes to Errol Spence, leveraging his worth and his ticket as a fighter, I just think the value would have extended a lot further if they could have worked that out. They could have did business. But my people sometimes fall short of doing business like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. They could have very well just gave each other a payday and an opportunity to addition another page to their legacy. This was the perfect opportune time. Combat put it out there. I said it would be great for Spence and Jamel to start a little slight beef between each other. Everybody a bite. It don't matter if it's real or not. It's gonna be fake to get them to entice the fans to see them fight each other. They could have went in there and fought, moved around, boom. Had a rematch clause in there. Errol Spence wins. People talking like, damn, Errol Spence defeated. They used to be stable Mason. It was the perfect storybook, yo. It was the perfect chapter to write when it comes to the legacy. The perfect chapter. They was under the same promo banner. This was a perfect opportunity for them to addition another layer to their legacy, and they just didn't do it. They blew it. Now, Jamel Charlo wants to somehow convince us that he wants Errol Spence Jr. Now, you want us to believe that all of a sudden, both two inactive fighters want to come back and fight each other, and the fans supposed to come a gunning, because you're going to get in the ring. It's going to be some stunting. I don't see it, yo. I don't see how you're not understanding that this has come and gone. You lost to Canelo. Terrible, atrocious performance. Even though people try to say, I looked at the fight 6 more times. And I'll tell you, by the time I get to the 5th and 6th, I already, chugged down a 12-pack of Modelo. Yeah, that Modelo was freaking ice cold too. I threw a couple of shots of Don Julio Reposado, and that shit hit me, and I said, God damn, I started seeing shit that I ain't see the first 4 times I was looking at this fight. Charlo looked pretty good. No, what was good is the fact that you was drinking some good shit. Charlo has not did nothing since getting that Canelo check. But he has the audacity after that performance to clout chase Crawford's name again. Now for Spence, I don't know, man. We seen Spence not too long ago, and he looked like he was in some pretty decent shape, right? But we don't know about Spence because, you know, every now and then he might respond to a fan, and not all of it is bad. But him and Jermell Charlo, I guess at 154. I don't know if it's a main event, and the wild part about it, they might be on somebody's undercard, man. Yeah, it's not like Jermell Charlo has been on a main headliner without someone to the liking of Canelo Alvarez or a Terrence Crawford. Him and his brother had like a co-feature on the same night. No, that crashed and burned, evaporated, gone. Call in the demo crew and get this trash up out of here. It didn't happen. So with Errol Spence being out since that ill-fated night of the T-Mobile massacre, for both of these fighters to come back and to basically get our attention, and I'm guaranteeing this is going to be a pay-per-view fight. I don't know. I really can't sit up here and put my full support behind this on, you know, because it's 2 black fighters fighting. I've never really been a fan of Jermell Charlo, like a consistent fan. Jermell Charlo, to me, when he fought Tony Harrison in the rematch, I was saying, God damn it, I like this Jermell Charlo. He locked in his eyes. He really looked like he was on the hunt. He was going to get his title back. And then I see the Jermell Charlo before that. It was just talking all crazy. He used to talk all crazy to Jared Hurd. Just used to talk crazy to everybody, man. Keep running your mouth, all that shit. I just seen the shit over and over. And then, you know, I had to say to myself, like, this is the one that was shedding a tear in the post-fight presser after he lost his belt to Tony Harrison. But yet he was just disrespectful, just talking ill. And then the video came out, Jared Hurd going up there, palm the cheek. He gave him that palm the cheek action. He slapped him, and his brother's right there. Jermell Charlo say, I seen what happened. Let me take another sip of this Julio Reposado. Let me set my cup down nice and neat. Nope. Somebody put some gum right there. Let me slide it over here. I'm gonna come back to this. And then he commenced to just trying to talk to Hurd. Hurd was on some different type of times. Like, you up here threatening my wife. What's wrong with you? I just, I try to do away with the personal shit because people gonna say, oh man, if you complain about personal shit with Jermell Charlo, then do it with Tank. I know where this is going. I know, bro, but it has nothing. The two don't have nothing to do with one another. The reason being is that I was never really a Jermell Charlo fan. Now, I'm just saying, like, it was some fights that I was hoping he'd win, but being a true consistent fan, no. Not even when he knocked out Lubin. I mean, I was just getting to know, I thought one fighter wasn't ready. But for you to be calling out Errol Spence, these are two names that used to be under the same stable over there, the World Class Furniture Store, hosted by the best greeter, one of the best greeters in boxing, DJ. And they used to be in the same gym together, two unified champions at the same time. I mean, the glory of it all. You have to salute them. That stable was looking good. DJ got coach of the year, trainer of the year. I mean, things was looking good. But when WCS put the word out there, they should take full advantage of this undisputed connection that they have. Like when it comes to business, they could have made it work, but they didn't. It just sucks. They could have made it work, but it never materialized. Now, no belts, inactivity. You want to put up a lion holding a shark in his mouth. And I'm saying to myself, it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it. You should have just put a shark over there that looked like it's been half eaten and had the lion walking away with blood and guts hanging out his mouth. That's how you should have came. That shit you put out there, it looked like all you doing is taking the shark back down to the motherfucking water and say, hey, man, I hope I didn't hurt you. You was moving around a little bit. I hope I didn't hurt you. But there you go. Keep in touch, man. Make sure you hit me on WhatsApp. And keep in touch, man. I enjoy, rescuing it and making new sharky friends. It looked like that lion was carrying that shark back to the water, bro. For real. Not to carry him to his friends. I didn't see a drip of blood. You, Jamel Charlo, is not going to convince us in this state of boxing, the way we feel right now with what's on the horizon. You're not going to convince us with that. I'm being honest. Once again, I just have to look at it from my microscopic point of view. It just looked like the lion was taking the shark back to the waters to make sure it get home to his family on time. It wandered off and the tide rolled out and the shark was beached. I didn't see a trickle of blood. At least we know with Crawford, that hook has to go somewhere. At least with Crawford, it looks like the shark knows that it's in big trouble. It looks like an aquatic clash is going on. That shark knows his life is in danger. But when you look at that goddamn lion holding that shark like, hey, man, hey, just when I was about to sell my stock in Uber, damn, I might have something else here. That mother felt like it was getting a ride. It felt like it was a ride share. And just go all the way up, go another half a mile up the other way and make a right. Yeah, you're going to hear the water splashing on the shore. Yeah, just take me out there. Put me in about 3 or 4 foot of water and I should be able to swim out. Okay? I appreciate you. Oh, don't worry about the bite wounds. They'll heal up in the water. Don't worry about it. That's where I'm at right now. That shark wasn't really caring about that shit. What's up, Toby? How you feeling, brother? May all is well with you, man. Mr. International on deck. The fight feels like one of those 3rd and 4th place consolation games for a tournament. Yeah, man, it's not headliner-esque. It doesn't give you that damn jolt that you're looking for. Say, oh shit, oh man, Charlo and Spence fight. Nobody's buying it. Like, I feel that we're gonna get Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul. I don't think they're going to be going in there giving us anything more than a Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, faking, fame, moving around. No, man. JD in the building. No, man. Waiting on this NFL. Carlos over here talking about football and the goddamn hottest chat in the MFN game. God. See, that's what I'm talking about. Charlo and Spence. I had one of the members, the day ones, man, day numero unos over here talking about football while I'm up here talking about your desperate plea for Errol Spence fight. The disrespect is real. Don't blame me there, Charlo. Blame goddamn Carlos, man. Carlos said, I want to talk about some football. I don't really care about what's going on with goddamn Charlo and Spence. Samad in the building, man. What it do, man? Thanks for the $10. The 10 piece in the super chat, man. Peace and blessings below. Salute WCS certified. Stamp the like button and support the grind. I truly appreciate your support, man. It will get better. I've just been taking care of some business, big dog. But it's good to see you back on deck. You know what I'm saying? Hope all is well with everyone as we pretty much transition into the fall. We're about to transition into the fall. You know, I don't know. Some of you all might like fall winter better than you do summer. Toby Bartlett, salute WCS and the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Absolutely. As I always say, it's better to be global than just local. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. It's always good to be global than just local, man. NYT in the building. What it do, man? What's good? JD say there's no fire in either Charlo's or Spence belly. They just got dollar signs on their mind. As in life, you never see anything special from unmotivated people. Ooh, somebody getting saucy up in here. What's with all that goddamn motivational? You know what I'm saying? That motivational talk. I like it though. There's no fire in either Charlo or Spence belly. Where did JD? Where did you get this, man? Where did you where and how did you determine that there's no fire? It's not even a candlelight. It's not even one ember, one glowing ember in their belly, bro. You saying they just got dollar signs on their mind. See, when it comes to the money of boxing, I'm all like, man, get the money. But to be honest with you, bro, I don't know if this money is going to be as heavy as they think it is. I don't think the numbers is going to entice them like they think it is. I don't think so. See, as in life, you never see anything special from unmotivated people. Is Charlo and Spence unmotivated? It's hard to tell because we haven't seen Charlo back in the ring since Canelo, and we haven't seen Spence back in the ring since Crawford. So it's hard to tell if they're motivated or not. But that's a solid, well said. This is going to be one of them stage fights for sure. Yes, absolutely. That's all I'm saying. Just like we expected Serrano and Taylor to go in there and give us the 1 and 2 energy combined. And it's going to be somewhere like an earthquake with some thunder, with some lightning above it. No. They got together. Hey, I just can't take all the punishment, been taken. Let's go in here and just move around a little bit. We're still getting paid. Yeah. Man, they bamboozled the shit out of us, didn't they? They bamboozled the heck out of us, man. I'm not going to hold you. Shout out to Breaking Beats, Mark Nash in the building. Salute to you, brother. Hope all is well. Imagine it ended up being a draw. I hope not. I hope they don't try to sell the draw and come back for a rematch. If they want a rematch, just put it up there in the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Just put it up there in the rematch. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Mark Nash TV, man. Sub up. I hope it's not a freaking draw because we really don't want to see ×2. I mean, are we to believe that it's going to be exciting like Brian Castano and Jamel Charlo or something? Because I can't put Crawford in there. Do you think it's going to be exciting as if I can't even say Danny Garcia, can't say Ugas, Lamont Roach? I mean, not Lamont Roach. God damn, Lamont Roach. Lamont Peterson. Let's just say Sean Porter. Will the fight between Spence and Charlo be more exciting than Spence Porter? Will it be as exciting as Jamel Charlo and Tony Harrison? I mean, something that we can look at and say, man, I would like for these two fights to be combined in one if you're going to sell us the first one. And if it's close enough, if they convince us it's close enough, which I don't think they're good actors like that. I mean, look, there's a lot of bad to this. I'm not trying to crap on it, but you know how you see Jamel Charlo say, keep running your mouth, but yet You didn't hear a whimper out of him when he was up there with Canelo. I don't see him getting absolutely disrespectful to Spence like that. Why? Where's this coming from? We haven't seen any IG to lead us to think that they got some undertones of beef going on. I don't know, bro. I haven't seen it. Have y'all heard any undertones out there of these potential? You can't just say, okay, I want the fight or the fight announced, and then you start putting memes up here and shit. No, we better than that. You have to give us a reason as to what the hate is about. Where does this come from? Do y'all have real beef with each other? Why? It can't be because of DJ. It's not like Jermell Charlo took Canelo from Errol Spence. Where's the real beef stemming from? Where does the roots begin? Where does the roots begin? If you got a beef, because when I said y'all should have faked the beef and fought 2 times, people just brushed it off. But guess who's coming back around? Years too late. Charlo, Spence. It would definitely be a card to look forward to, though, for sure. When you say card, they're blunts. Are you looking at them in the headline or at them being on the main card? Them headlining the card or being on the main card? I'm doing well. Thanks, W says many blessings. Yeah, for sure. Good news, man. That's good. It's good. It's good. And definitely shout out to my boy Haynes Legacy. It's also, in and out. Shout out to my guy Haynes Legacy, man. Keep your prayers up for Toby Bartlett, Haynes Legacy. You know what I'm saying? The hottest chat in the MF and game, man. Look at him from afar. Give a prayer. Keep it spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Keep it positive. And let God work, man. Blue Hustle in the building. What up, WCS and hottest chat? What up with you, bro? What up, man? OG Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with it, Bruce? I see you. I just feel this is friends just having a spar for one heavy bag before they head off in the sunset. I hope I'm wrong. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't mind them coming back for a spar session. Why? Because I just feel like all the boxers that is returning to the sport way past their competitive edge, which some people tag as their prime, get your money as much as possible, because it's not a pension that you have to sign for when you say, I'm retiring. You don't go to this freaking admin shop and sign for your pension that's going to start the first of the next month. They don't have that. So they want to come back for a bag. Boxing is a business, and in this business, they're prize fighters. I don't mind it. Even with the Charlos and Spence, I don't mind it, bro. They got kids. Why can't they come in here and get a bag? It's just the frustration is going to be, JD and others, if you want to pay for the pay-per-view. How much is the pay-per-view going to be? Are they going to try to charge us $85.99? That's my biggest question. Another great $90 PBC show. Yeah. If it's $90, hey, man. Ooh-wee. Has EJ and Derrick James sorted out their legal issues yet? Because EJ may need to raise some extra cash for them legal costs or a settlement. Good point. That has been out of sight, out of mind. Very low volume. I haven't heard any type of chatter. I'm not even a chirp. Back in the day, we used to have the phones. You get the chirp. I haven't heard none. I haven't heard the beep from a pager. I don't know if they settled that or not. But you know how that goes when it's the verbal agreement. The verbal agreement to me says, what was said again? No, what was the terms we agreed upon? Man, I don't remember that many goddamn zeros being in there, DJ. I mean, verbal agreement now. DJ went off, loyalty. DJ went off the honor system, and then he found out it's not honor amongst all men when it came down to it. From my understanding, he found out Spence made more than what he had basically put out there, and DJ said, I want more of the money based off my percentage. Now, if the percentage is based off the entire purse, okay. However they figure it out, I'm not about to go into, CFO freaking administrative duties. But yeah, that's a good question. Have they settled that yet? Because it's been out of the media for quite some time. And supposedly DJ said they talked on the phone. So let's hope it all works itself out. Yeah, for sure. Many blessings to Haynes legacy, no doubt. Salute to both of y'all, man. Everybody else, man. Hope everyone is doing absolutely great in their lives. Yeah, I know every day is not going to be positive, but just give a prayer to whoever your most high, your supreme being in. Yeah, we getting closer and closer to the Legion Stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's the 27th of August. We're under. You know what I'm saying? We're under the 30-day mark. We're under the 30-day mark, which the ticks become a little bit different. For real. The ticks come a little bit different. They start to tick away way faster than what you expected. And that's what I'm seeing right here. The ticks are a little bit different when you get on the 30 days for a fight of this magnitude. Just looking at the entire package of this fight and the volume that is holding, with people tuning in, people that's going to be in attendance. They say Vegas has been like a ghost town. I'm pretty sure on that day it's going to be enough people there, to pretty much provide a little bit of resurgence to Vegas just for that weekend. I'm pretty sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. If you understand where I'm coming from. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. It's going to be a hell of a freaking collision, a hell of a boxing extravaganza, a hell of a super middleweight clash that's going to determine who's really the best in the sport of boxing. With everything that's going on with Crawford posting these pictures, I will leave it at this. Every time Crawford posts a picture, this man has damn near an 8-pack. We're putting on this weight. Obviously, it's some good. But look, check this out. I'm not saying just because his aesthetics is showing that he's holding the weight and he's looking cut and all that. All I'm saying is he's not going in there at this point in time looking like Mikey Garcia. Mike Garcia used to go in the ring and you had to really goddamn get your best telescope. And you had to look in his midsection to see if any goddamn abdominal planets is visible. For real. You had to look and see if any goddamn planets was visible that has to do with the abdominal regions. You couldn't find any damn muscle structure in Mikey Garcia. But Bud up here looking shredded. And you got people out here saying it's just because he's dark skinned. Boy, I swear to God, the haters are full time in this bitch, man. But it's coming up September 13th, man. We'll see and keep our eyes open. For this Errol Spence versus Charlo, if it even materializes. You know what I'm saying? If it's any life to it. It may not be any life to it, yo. It may just be an embryo right now. And they're trying to see, should they should they nurse this into something special? Should they put the time behind it? You know how they do. They try to see what the public is going to say first before they really start nursing it. They want to know if they should nurse this with tap water or some of that good, baby milk, that high protein prenatal care. You know what I'm saying? They try to see if they should turn on the water hose outside and goddamn hose this embryo down. Knowing that's not going to provide no life. But let's see what happened between freaking Spence and Charlo, y'all. Appreciate everyone pulling up, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, shouty. A-Side Official. We should do it again another time, another place.